Ganges water? Never. A minutest particle, pita, drunk, has gone into you. Gangaji. You know why the Hindus worship the Ganges? I don't know, Swamiji, it's all superstition, medieval superstition. What is very important in that river? Every river contains water. Therefore, water is the same everywhere. Therefore, Ganga is just only a national symbol, that is all. Even as a river, its waters are different from the waters of everywhere else in the world. This is the water that you can keep for 10 years in a bottle and nothing happens to it. Keep any other sample of water, especially your water in the tap that is coming. Keep it, next day morning you can count the number of worms rolling about. Waters cannot stay. But the Ganges water, 30, 40 years maybe in a bottle, and yet it is fresh. There is a peculiarity in it. Extreme oxidizing effect. Never mind. Apart from that, Ganges is the river that protects the northern India, or else the northern India, the UP side, will not be a viable, economically a viable state. But for that river, Thar desert would have conquered Delhi by now. The North Indian agriculture, as well as protecting all the North India from the erosion of, the intrusion of the spreading arms and limbs of the desert, the Sahara desert has across the river, across the ocean stretched out, and the Thar desert and the dry Rajaputana. It would have reached our North India, but for the Ganges. Apart from all that, look at the story of the Udbhava of Ganga. Ganges was not here. It was Akasha Ganga. Akasha there means not in the sky the river was. It was unknown to us, beyond our comprehension. One great man decided to bring the Ganges down. So Bhagirath first did tapas to Ganapati, Ganesh, and said, there should not be any vigna, I am undertaking this great job. Said Tathastha. Then he started invoking Amma, Mother Ganges. Mother Ganges appeared before him after years of tapas and said, Bhakta, what do you want? Amma, I don't know anything, you must come down. He said, what a fool you are. You don't know anything about hydraulics. Millions of gallons of me were to come from that height into this country. I have no objection, I shall come. But you will not get the river. The river will be in America, because the whole earth will be hollowed, and in the antipodes it may come up. He said, Ma, mere ko kya pata? I want you to come and flow. But bhai, I can't come down. Who will stop me from my coming? Mountains cannot do. Amma, what do I know? I want you to come down. This is all my request. You tell me. If I were to come down, the only one thing that on which I can come down without breaking, perhaps, is that great tapaswin in Kailas, Lord Shiva. He has got the mental stamina. Perhaps he will not be broken down by the vehemence of my arrival. He said, all right. Dhamma disappeared. He started doing tapas on Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva tapas, you have to do it a little longer than Vishnu. Because he himself is sitting in meditation. So to disturb his meditation and wake him up is a little difficult. So started tapas. And the vehemence of tapas disturbed him. And he said, yes, but what do you want? Sir, he told the whole story. I want to bring the Ganges down. That woman says that she can't come down unless it is on your head. So, you must show the head when she comes. You are thought for a moment. In spite of the millions of years of tapas, I also got this prarabdha that she must step on my head. Okay, I will receive her. And he disappeared. Why? He doesn't want to disturb himself long from meditation. He went to it. Now, have you ever tried to make two persons meet? A friend of yours, and you want him to meet another friend of yours who is a great poet or something. Both of them doesn't want to meet. But it's my interest that they must meet. Have you ever tried to keep an appointment? Then you phone up A and say, Wednesday next week, I'll be free. Good. Then you phone up B. Next week, Wednesday, Wednesday I will not be in town. Then you got to go. Wednesday is not convenient. Which is the other day convenient? Wednesday is not possible, then it is only Friday. In the morning I can meet him. You go to the other fellow. Friday morning, morning. Morning I am not free. You go to that. Until at last 3 weeks after, Saturday, I may be free in the afternoon. But please remind me on Friday, so that by that time I will create an excuse why on Saturday I can't come. This is how it is, two people to meet, very difficult. Now here it is, Ganga above the, above the clouds, on the sky, in the Akasha Ganga, and Kailasapati. I want them to meet, appointment to be made. Thus he went to Ganges went to the, and then to Shiva, until at last the appointment was made that at Gangotri, on a stone Shiva will be standing, on the Ganga Dasara day, and on that day Ganges will come. Lord Shiva stood there, and when she was coming down, he meditators are dangerous people. Have you seen the picture? Shiva, shameful, he looks up. He should not look up, because she is coming down. You see, if he's a decent guy, you should have looked down. But then he doesn't want to catch her in the neck. He wanted to catch her in the head, and therefore looked up. When she came, adjusted himself and received the whole. Received her, and he disappeared. Because he doesn't want to waste time, and he went into meditation. Again Bhagirath had to wake him up in meditation. And then Lord Shiva came and said, what is the matter with you? You have been coming always disturbing me. Next time you enter my place, I will break your leg. What I said? Once, twice, thrice, people get into a habit of coming and disturbing. Got annoyed. Sir, this is not that. Then you ran away with the Ganga. My dear man, what is it that you wanted? You wanted me to receive her. I received her. Yes, sir, you received. It's my mistake. In the contract, in the small lines, I did not write anything extra. That is my mistake. Now you do one thing. Release her in small quantities, not in the full gush. Then the land will be raped. In small quantities, so that the land will be irrigated. Lord Shiva said, okay, one promise, you will never come anymore to this temple. He said, I will not come. Okay, she will come now. And thus, from Shiva's jada, the Ganges is coming down. This is the story, no doubt. The Ganges is coming down. The great Rishi saw this coming and therefore he did achamanam. The whole Ganges dried up, gone into him. Again he has to do, and from his karna it is come. Never mind. Now the idea is, the whole story looks really silly, isn't it? Even children will not read the story or get excited, let alone our gross intellect. We feel like smiling, laughing. This is called mystic stories. This spiritual knowledge that there is a consciousness which is the same everywhere and that it is in the heart of every one of us was a knowledge far beyond the human comprehension. The Akasha Ganga. When a man, a seeker, wanted this knowledge, she said, if I were to come anywhere, it will blast the whole place because my philosophy is so severe that it cannot stand the onslaught of it. Only one who is regularly meditating and remaining in tapas, who has exhausted the vasanas and purified the mind in contemplation meditation, perhaps he may be able to receive. Such a purified mind is Shiva. Shiva received. On the first impact of it, Shiva disappeared. The whole Ganges disappeared into his jada. You have been listening for the last about 7 days now, both morning and evening. Supposing some of the members of your family or your friends asking, you are going every day, morning and evening. How? Morning Bhagavad Gita, evening Bhagavad Gita and morning Bhaja Govinda. 7 days, 7 days. What was the Swami talking? Swamiji talking. Sit down, I'll tell you. Swamiji was saying, oh, beautiful it is. Swamiji was saying, wonderful talks. The 2 hours, we don't know how it flies away. So wonderful. What did he say? He was saying, Bhagavad Gita in the evening and Bhaja Govinda in the morning. Oh, I see. Then what did he say? Bhaja Govinda is of Shankaracharya. And Gita is given out by Krishna to Arjuna. And what did he say? He said, you don't know. So beautiful, I tell you. You have heard everything, it is all in you, but not a word, a phrase will come out. Ultimately, you'll have to say that. You do one thing. This evening, you come with me. I tell you, it is not your fault. Not that you don't know. You have understood every bit of it. But alas, nothing will come out of it. It goes into you and disappears. Now you have to go, as Shiva did, to a quiet place and read again, reflect again, and continuously. And master. Then alone you can give it out in small quantities without destroying others. So what comes out is this spiritual knowledge. So what we are talking is not the physical river, but this river of tradition, of spiritual wisdom. So then when you take a bath in the Ganges, all your sins will go. You must have heard that. When this, in the 19th century, youngsters from Calcutta University went to the old man Ramakrishna and said, "Sir, when you take a bath in the Ganges, all sins will go, will go. Shastra is right. Maharaj, these Lalajis and Sethjis of Calcutta, all of them take bath in the Ganges every day, but they are not improving. That I will tell you. There is a reason. Have you seen buffaloes taking bath in the same Ganges?" He said, "Yes. When buffaloes enter, the flies on the legs come to the belly. Then it goes one more step down, then the flies of the belly goes on to his back. Then the buffalo digs the back, and therefore all the flies come in front of his face. Yes. Then the buffalo dips himself, even the nose, into the Ganges. At that time, the buffalo has not a single fly. But the flies know that the buffalo will come up, and therefore it is standing there. As the buffalo comes, the flies sit down. Similarly, when you are taking bath in the Ganges, once you are in the water, all sins have gone. But the sins are waiting there. If you come up, they will come. Therefore, once you take a bath, never come up. Very effective story. Now therefore it is not this gross river that we are talking, but that spiritual parambara, tradition that is coming. And those of us who have lived karma bhakti jnana yoga, through which the existing vasanas are exhausted, and the mind quietened, turned in contemplation towards the higher, as described by the great Upanishads or the Gita. And when you merge it, Gangaji, lava, the waters of the Ganges means this great knowledge. Never, even a little. Pita, not heard, but drank and assimilated. These ideas gone into you and become part and parcel of you. Such an individual who has assimilated even an iota, one idea of the Bhagavad Gita, one who has taken even a minutest particular drop of the Ganges water. Ganges water is not merely the water, the cultural tradition, the cultural lore of this country. Even a little of the Sanatana Dharma has been gone into you. Your entire values of life change, your relationships of world change, and your entire attitude and estimate of things change. Sajada